They'll never admit it, but actions always speak louder than words. That's why when you look at the result of each DLSU Green Archers game in the UAAP this season, it's no surprise that their two most dominant victories have come against the team that their old mentor, to some of them, a former big brother and father figure, now handles. No, each LaSalle game against us in UAAP Season 81 hasn't been played with the purpose of sending Aldin Ayo a message. After DLSU's demolition of the Growling Tigers this past weekend in Antipolo, Aljun Melecio explained it best, Ayo or not, he'll always go all out for the green and white. Likewise, with the rest of the roster. But there must be some sense of satisfaction for these Green Archers with the way they've swept the Growling Tigers, especially this past Saturday, 110-69. At one point, DLSU led by as much as 48. As Justine Baltazar threw down dunks, Jollo Go hit consecutive three-pointers, and Mark Dyke silenced alleged bigots in the crowd, some alumni in green couldn't help but smile. Success. There's no better type of payback. Not long after the final buzzer, DLSU head coach Luis Gonzalez was in the lockers, a wide smile on his face. "Oi, partner," he said as he was approached by a familiar face. Positivity was radiant in his actions. Could you blame him? LaSalle has now won 4 of its last 5 games since that blowout loss to Ateneo. In that span, they've defeated Final Four contenders in Adamson, Fu, and Ust, plus UE. Suddenly, the Green Archers are once again resembling the successful basketball program we've all grown accustomed to seeing over the past decades. The anxious looks of Gonzalez during games have been replaced by self-assurance. Players are more confident, which is apparent with how aggressive they've become. Just ask Go, Dyke, and Andre Caracut. The best part? It feels like LaSalle is only beginning to hit their peak. We're peaking pa. Eko Naaman, Simula nung nag start yung loop, ang goal ko talaga is my team is to be the best at getting better, Gonzalez said during a private chat with Rappler. Improve every game. We spend a lot of time watching games. Catchladnito, when we get home, I break down naman yung game na ito. Even if it's a good win already, hindi kami mag-stop. What makes DLSU's performance more impressive is that they've amassed their victories without Ton Samuel, the team's 6'9" Kiwi center replacement for Ben Mbala, who was also the Green Archers' double-double machine in the preseason. To put things in perspective, UE is the only other team in the UAAP who has played the entire season without a foreign recruit. They've won once in 11 games despite having the best scorer in the league. Samuel, who suffered a Jones fracture on his right foot, is set to return in the next week or two, which could give him time to get some run with his teammates before the Final Four, where LaSalle will have to deal with the likes of Angelo Kawam, Bright Acuity, Poppy Sar, or Prince Arizu. That's another 6'9" body na maranong mag basketball. Siemper, Sino Bank coach hindi magyugustuhin may ganun presence naglalaro, said Gonzalez. What also needs to be noted, however, is that Samuel's injury has been a blessing in disguise. Forced to play bigger roles, guys like Baltazar, Santi Santillan, and Brandon Bates have stepped up to the call and garnered adoration from the DLSU community with their play. Add Samuel to that mix, and the Green Archers will soon be the type of physical team that beats up their opponents in the paint while having outside gunners with the green light to let it fly. The perfect in-and-out combination, one that may very well catapult them back to the finals, where it's likely a trilogy conclusion against their arch-nemesis awaits. Kasama sa programa yan. It's not Ton's team. It's everyone's team. Very evident sa campaign sa season ito, iba young nagsty step up, said Gonzalez. We're not going to rely on one player. We're going to rely on each other. That last sentence is very crucial. What suddenly clicked for DLSU? How did a team who struggled to a middle-of-the-pack record in the first half of season 81 turn things around? Sure, the injuries were a big factor that messed up the rotations, but the talent was never in question. How do the individuals in the roster improve in such a short amount of time? For Gonzalez, it's got everything to do with the team's off-court relationships. Siguro mas nakakaspend time na kami na mas matagal pa, dun especially sa court, tapos their activities off the court not alam ko na malaki na bagay kung bakit nag-I-improve, he said. Like how Aljun set up Jollo, like how Aljun set up Baltazar. Kung papano nila I-involve si Encho Serrano sa defense naman. To me that's more on relationship. We're just running the same play. Pero nagpapaganda dun yung relationship nila. Togetherness. It's what Gonzalez has been preaching since the start of training camp. It's why he's taken a more disciplined approach with his boys, both on and off the court. The Green Archers bought into his belief and then executed his principles. Now, the promise of an even better Salle is on the horizon. Before heading back to locker room, Gonzalez was asked if this was what he envisioned when he took over the Green Archers. Yes, he quickly answered. He then looked up for a moment, nodded his head, and smiled.